Masa, go for it.
Okay, nice to meet you guys. My name is Masahiro Tanaka, and actually, yeah, don't blame me if you don't understand my English. My English is not so good. You know. So what I'm going to talk today is the bringing native UIs to PhoneGap apps. So I think this theme, this concept is like pretty much around from the quite many years ago. And people are discussing whether PhoneGap is actually a HTML5 based or we should like go into native UI component or something similar to it. So well, I want to briefly introduce in today's presentation is how we are doing in Japan, and hopefully if you get interested, maybe you can take a look at this and try to use it. So the most important thing is user experience. So yeah, as the Vincent slide, it says that Japan's, they're using Android and iOS quite similar, half and half. So that means we need cross-platform solution, but we don't want to lose the user experience. And as the Japanese people, we are very, very like strict. So we don't want to use application which is not good. So it was very tough for us, which is a PhoneGap developer, to bring a good user interface combined with like those who it feels like native. So this is a Cordova robot. So it says, I don't want to be considered as a suboptimal solution. This is the one thing that in Japan it gets really important that become available to provide decent user interface is very important for user experience. And when we talk back in old days, most of the developers here will sure you know these kind of things. So mobile web view has performance issues. We started investigating this web view kind of thing like for 5 years ago. Maybe similar to what PhoneGap is trying to do. We're doing the same approach in Tokyo. And actually, for the especially old devices like Android, like Cupcake 1.6, 2.0, those have very, very buggy CSS transitions or overflow management. So and also combined with slow CPU and GPU, we cannot deliver good user experience. But actually, what we did so far is we want to find out how we can provide HTML5 to provide competitive UX to native. This is my primary concept from those days, like 4 or 5 years ago. And actually, the answer was yes. I mean, we could create good, decent application only by using HTML5, but it required so many workarounds or glitches that are very, very difficult to understand, which was not good solution actually, but we need to cope with it in order to create good user experience. And one more important thing is that it required quite new Android or iOS devices running at that time. It was like 2 years ago. So there was Android 2.0 or iOS 4s just in major state. So and we cannot neglect those kind of things. So what we did so far was actually the iOS and Android at the same time to create a user experience. But the biggest thing is that because we are creating applications for clients, and the clients have the decision to have the requirement which kind of which platform or which operating system version they want to adapt to this application into. So that means the clients are actually killing us. So we are dealing with national network carrier client in Tokyo, and they're asking us to provide to provide a news application compatible to all of their devices, because they want to pre-install that application. So what they mean all is actually pretty much of devices. There was Android 2.3, there was 2.2. There are so many devices, and we need to deliver PhoneGap installed in these kind of devices. So this was very, very tough. So personally, I think hybrid apps may not be a right solution for this kind of requirement, because there's buggy behavior for Android 2.0, or you will lose user experience. But the clients want to deliver this because they're trying to import that application into iOS, and they want to reduce the cost. And actually, we have created this. This was so installed in all KDDI smartphone and tablets lineups, which you saw previous. But actually, our attempt was, a little bit failed. I mean, we needed to create several screens in native. That was the cap of PhoneGap at that time. So what we think is that if we can provide better framework based in PhoneGap to deliver natives, that would be very good. And the only missing part actually at that time was the navigation and tab bar, because they're located in top and bottom, and in the center we will draw HTML5, because there is a balance between HTML5 and native. If we provide much more components in native, that means we lose compatibility and difficult to maintain. But so to what extent we should provide some kind of like native UI so that PhoneGap application can run on those kind of devices. So that was the navigation bar and tab bar at the time. And actually, there was a plugin called PhoneGap Native Controls, or iOS navigation bar plugin, which is very, I think, common to use in several projects. But actually, it was a little bit, it was not what I wanted to have, because they're actually rendering navigation bars or tab bars after on-device ready, which means, single web view contains nav bar or tab bars. So what if we want to transition from one page to another page? It makes very, very difficult problem, because we cannot hide the tab bar. We can hide it, but it looks very weird. So that's why native controls doesn't work for our needs. So what we did is actually we did opposite approach. I mean, what we did is that the PhoneGap will be contained in another web view, another view which controls the PhoneGap. So it means the PhoneGap view is not a total, single view inside the application, but the PhoneGap view will be included in the whole page, so that the tab bar or navigation bar will be outside of the PhoneGap. So then what we can do is that it is very easy to adapt native user interfaces, and we can do scrolling very smoothly, even if iOS 4 or Android 2.0 devices. So that was very good. And actually, we go further to manage multiple web views, multiple PhoneGap web views in a single application. And actually, why we did this is because we can have a native control transition to one PhoneGap page to another PhoneGap page. So this is one more big thing that we have been created. But actually, there is a drawback of this scheme, is that it is very difficult to maintain app state, because the application is separated among each views, and the instance is different. But it just gives native animation very, very smooth, which is what Japanese demands after all. So what it do, I would like you to show up the demo so that you will see how it works. So this is the our tool. We created this tool. This is the editor, and I'm going to open up the iPad application via a server. Okay. So it is now connecting. Okay. Do you see it? Yeah. So let me just take a tour about what we have been creating. So I'm executing this navigation bar example. So you see a normal Cordova robot displaying. And you see on top of the the window, you will see navigation bar, which is rendered natively. And let me describe how this is done. Just hide up. So this is the pages. So you will notice something called .ui. This is a UI file, what we say, and we can define what kind of like user interface they want to provide in a single HTML. So in this case, we only put the toolbar and a title, Hello Cordova, and body color, background color, so that this background color works if we go like, if we scroll, because the background color is same as the Cordova color. There's no difference. But if we change it to similar to like, this. Hold on. Maybe I should not do it. Okay. Yep. Okay. So if I change this to like different color, the debugger automatically refreshes, and you see the background color displaying like this. So this is the the PhoneGap tool, which is suitable for debugging, but yeah, we have been creating this kind of tool. So from further from here, let's say we want to click the. I have added several other functions. So let's click the robot here. It will display another Cordova. So this is the. Because the Cordova robot is like it's very good. Yohei-san created this, and I know him. I like his design so much, but it's a little bit stiff. I want more animations. I want it more humanity, like Japanese cartoons. So that's why we have been creating so many Cordova characters, and this is the one example which we created. So let's see another Cordova-kun. We name it Cordova-kun, means Mr. Cordova. So let's click show next here. You will see another Cordova-kun like this. And the native components, you can go not only sliding, but you also like going lift up like this, and you will see another Cordova-kun like this. So as long as so now I opened up 4 pages. And those are actually web views. So 4 web views, 4 PhoneGap Cordova web views are running at the same time in this application. So what I can do is, if I dismiss, I will go back to another Cordova like this. So this is kind of like a concept how we have been adapting native controls into PhoneGap. And I want to demonstrate what else we can deliver with this native component. It is actually very flexible. You should just take a look at the document, and you will see there are so many properties to, I will show you afterwards, but so many properties that you can create. So now I will add some other UI file, and I save it so that it will refresh the debugger. So now I display the segmentation bar like this. So this will show up, as you know, another Cordova-kun like this. So it's like a very, very good communication between native and HTML5 where you can actually hit a button, and the button, the action will be sent to WebView, and WebView will do the things. So this is the kind of like integration between the PhoneGap WebView and the native component like this. So now let's go to different application. So now you find there are 5 Cordova-kuns, but actually there are so many more that we have been creating. So I want to list up those Cordova-kuns in the application. So now let's go to the TopBar example. Okay, so there are the original Cordova robots. There are 3D and flat. And what we have been creating is that, well, there are so many Cordova-kuns like this. So let's look inside. So let's hit Cordova-kun number 2. So this is the Cordova-kun sleeping in a power outlet. So yeah, and this says that, well, I'm very difficult to walk because I have no feet. That's what he's saying here. So this is actually combined with Topcode because Topcode does things very well with this kind of native component because Topcode is very, very low weight. That means it is very quick to render new HTML files. So that results in delivering this kind of application. So there are so many Cordova-kuns here. Like there is a walking robot. It's like a lady, or if you want to check out, just come here so that I can display more and more Cordova-kuns like this. So this Cordova Viewer, Cordova-kun Viewer browser is a sample application just for this conference. But how this is made up is actually very easy. So this is a TopBar example. So I just switched to TopBar. Okay. Sorry, in Japanese. So for TopBar, it's same. The UI file also describe what kind of pages you will display on each tabs and what to do after each tab has been clicked or not. So now it's just displaying page 1 or page 2, and the page 2, which displayed Cordova-kun, was it's a plain HTML with Topcode. So there's no hidden secret from here, but so this describes that PhoneGap is maybe PhoneGap itself is very good solution, but if we combine with native UI, it may look like more native. But maybe you think that this is like even very, very simple example. So how far can we go from here? So that's why I want to end up this demo, and I want to move to different video. So this is the sample application we have been created with the another client, and this was like 1.5 years ago when we've created this application. So this is a business card contacting application, and what this application does is that we provide a function. They provide a function to take pictures of business card, and the business card picture will be taken to some agency, and the agency center actually inputs those business card data by themselves and returns back to the user. So this is like a human OCR system for business card, and this is very, very favorite tool in Japan. So it is nominated as a #1 business application for iPhone and Android application. So you see, this is actually created by PhoneGap and the native UIs, which I described so far. So if you see this, you won't feel this is the PhoneGap application maybe, because we have been tweaking so many so many like CSS and HTML5 combined with the native UI component, which I introduced this time, and eventually making this application. This is the PC version, so this is not the case. So, it is unfortunate that we cannot deliver this in English. It is only in Japanese only. But if you're, good enough to read Japanese, or you're very brave enough to use Japanese applications, please just download it and you just try it, so that you will see. You can maybe feel how native it is. But this is actually a PhoneGap application. And actually, my demo is only in iOS, but actually it works exactly the same in Android. What exactly means that? So the top bars, even in Android, top bars will draw on bottom. So that is not like the de facto standard Android widget, but I think it is still okay for Japanese users to use those kind of interface. They have no worries to use it. So, and one more thing about native UI, I didn't describe the other features, but there are actually quite a few more other features, like native menu support, where you can actually just write the JSON file, and the Android menu will pop up, or hardware button support, like back button or some similar to it. And one more thing is that actually this is the open source. And and actually we have been trying to port this to PhoneGap 3.0 and Plugman, but still not yet. Because this is actually a combination of plugin and the wrapper of Cordova Viewer, which is more broader range of changes will be required. So that's why we're delivering this as a different product, different open source product, and publishing in GitHub. So I would like, if you get interested, please just access to the GitHub account, and you will see more detail there. And then one more thing I would like to describe. So this is actually the tool that I have been using. This one. This is called Debugger. So what it does. So what it does is that it just downloads the source code, which I've did in the website, and so it is a web IDE, web editor, and you can edit there, and you can just see in the debugger right away. So you don't need to compile anymore. So this is very good for for developing and testing. It's not a build and install and test kind of tool. So we can test instantly, like changing the user interface or changing HTML. It will be delivered to this debugger, so that you will just use this debugger to check the changes. So this is actually my last slide. So thank you very much. I'm very happy to describe what we have done in Tokyo. And if you have any chance to come to Japan, please just contact me so that we can go for a beer somewhere. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Masa. That was awesome.